laid down some new stained glass windows because the old ones got smashed in Conversation Castle.
Hey, that's not my
Oh.
fault.
It was totally our fault. I watched
Do I
it.
even
Anyway.
have Zone of Truth?
So, okay.
I don't.
I look
I
forward
do.
to finding
I
out what
have
my
Zone
honk
of
friend was
Truth.
Oh yes, I
upset.
do, but it was not equipped, so I couldn't use it anyway.
I have
Mm-hmm.
Zone of Truth. It came with, I think my background.
Came with your fucking Xbox.
Yeah, everyone has Zone of Truth.
No, I have the oldest Xbox in a dia.
Getting a spell from a background?
It's probably not a background. It's something in my Ranger stuff.
Anyway,
Whatever.
so
Sus twisty sentence. Just like, what the fuck are you talking about, Hunter?
It is my
God
archetype.
damn it.
Yeah, I figured that was probably it, but it was just like background.
It is my archetype.
Free spell in a background? What the fuck?
Background, archetype, I don't know, it's something, one of those
Anyway,
words.
so I want to talk about that. So I was actually really hoping Nicholas was going to try something because I'll say this right now. Casting Zone of Truth would have been a fucking terrible idea.
Knew it.
Like
It's verbal, so they'd know.
Yeah.
Casting a spell on both of the chieftains and a clown. Like, casting spells at Yevis in general, mixed results, but
Yeah.
Yevis was just fucking standing there in front of the chieftain and they took a swing. Like, casting Zone of Truth, you would have been fucking skewered.
Well, we would have had
Yeah.
to kill the guard and restrain the chieftain, obviously.
Good luck with that,
Good luck
probably.
with that. Yeah, good luck with that. Remember, 20 psychic damage alone to me.
Zone of
Trying
Truth
to
is
mind
really
read.
strong for
So
what it
no,
is.
I would not
It's
have
very
tried
specialized. I mean, not Zone of Truth,
I
fucking
wasn't
Mind
thinking
Spike.
of it, and even then, I think mind reading was probably the best bet, and even then, didn't go well.
I need
Pretty sure that was Mind Spike, I
I
think.
need an opportunity to use Zone of Truth because it's just sitting there doing nothing.
You'll find one,
Well, if
just,
you want to become a skewered fawn, maybe not do it in front of a strong, powerful
Can you
chieftain.
prep Zone of Truth? Like,
Yeah,
in an
powerful
area?
clown.
I don't
I
know, but
suppose you
I
could
don't know,
get a
but Eric just put a
15-foot
really
rug.
awful image in my head, and now I'm trying to get it out.
Well, with Zone of Truth, like, you'd have to, like,
Ew.
hide it under a big rug, I guess. I don't fucking
Oh,
know.
is it visible?
You'd have to
No,
do it.
Zone of Truth is not visible.
Okay, cool. So you could just lay it down before they get there.
Yeah, 10 minutes.
No, it's not.
It's a 10-minute duration.
You have
but-
to be in the
Uh-oh.
zone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ah, okay.
Okay, everybody listen the fuck up. Zone of Truth, second level spell, enchantment, costs 1 action, range of 60 feet, duration of 10 minutes. You create a magical zone that guards against deception in a 15-foot radius sphere centered on a point of your choice within range until the spell ends. A creature that enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there must make a charisma saving throw. On a failed save, a creature can't speak a deliberate lie well in the radius. You know whether each creature succeeds or fails on its saving throw. An affected creature is aware of the spell and can thus avoid answering questions to which it would normally
Exactly.
respond with a
Ah,
lie.
yeah, there it is.
Exactly. Yeah, that was a bad idea.
You just enter and be like, hold up.
Yeah, if she immediately
Fuck
knew
you.
that, she would instantly have saw me do it and kill me instantly. So, nope,
Yep.
not a good idea, Hunter. That was a terrible idea to just suggest.
I would have cast it and then left, obviously.
Yeah, she can
Yeah, and then
teleport.
they'd be like, alright, who the fess up? Who did it?
She can also teleport, or he. I didn't actually pay attention
Yeah, I
to
didn't
that.
catch the gender.
teleport. The carriage can teleport. They can't, as far as I know.
As far as you know.
That's
far
what I
as we
fucking
know.
said.
So, anyway, I know that some of you did not do a lot this session, and I do apologize. I was trying to like get to everyone, but also hit the keynotes of what I had planned, which you all kept kind of going to different places at different times, and I expected Sandra to be there during the chieftain negotiation, as well as during the technically Orvin and Sandra, I kind of expected them both to go to the barracks together to, start training troops. But, everyone just kind of was doing things at different times, and I was just trying to juggle the best I could, and this is the preparation for the war arc, so obviously it's gonna be a lot of discussion and planning, and potentially we might have to do some off-screen stuff for what you're planning on doing with people, because it's not super pertinent for you to think and plan prior. So
probably have to get Zach to get someone who fucking knows a bit more about, I don't know, military procedure. It's like, can we get someone who actually knows what the fuck they're talking about?
So
you didn't even bother asking Sandra.
She fucked off. She fucked off real quick, and it's like, okay, I guess we're doing this without her.
She said, if it's all right with you, I'll take my leave now. You could have said no.
I mean, that sounds like you just wanted to leave, and you kept on making motions to go. And it's like, I mean, I guess if you don't want to fucking be here, whatever.
I did have a place to be, but if you needed me there, I would have stayed.
I don't know. I feel that Orvid was alright with being absent for that because he doesn't want to, he wants to be part of the conversation, but he doesn't want to have a sway in your decision making as a leader. So he was leaving the best judgment to you with your guests fucking off trying to train some soldiers.
This will be addressed later.
So, one thing that I will mention, I kind of mentioned this prior to the game starting. I am going to be implementing both of the Strongholds and Followers as well as Kingdoms and Warfare books. So, you guys legitimately will have, units and retainers, and if you want to build stuff within this town, you certainly may, and depending on which direction you take the story, if you really wanted to, technically you could just, if you get both of the armies and just have the army for the entire Orc lands, you can just say fuck it and just siege all of the other towns and become the leader of the Orc territory. Absolutely within your ballpark.
I was actually going to bring up that we could have gone to Granite Keep.
Oh yeah, that's also a thing. You can fuck off and go to Granite Keep at any point.
We could. There's the
even then we could also,
I feel like personally that would take way too long, especially if we were to go down to Granite Keep expecting the trip there and the trip back. The town could just be demolished by then.
That's at least a week on the road, yeah.
Good thing I didn't bring it up then.
2 weeks, maybe a week and a half.
It is 4.
It's pretty far. Honestly, it would be a shorter travel to cross a bridge, go to Stoneholm, and catch the tram, so...
That's what I suggested.
Yep.
But we can't quite bring soldiers on the tram.
Yeah, that's also a thing.
We could probably take the train to Granite Keep. It's getting back that would be the problem.
Yeah, I mean, aside from basically taking a trip there and somehow...
It just becomes... You just figure something out where you are, because that's not going to really get here in time.
I get, miraculously go down there, get some soldiers, tell them to march north, and then go on the train and wait another week for them to get there.
Open some kind of portal, perhaps, but right now I don't think we have that available to us.
So, one thing that I'll mention. So, Yevis, they essentially stepped out of nowhere, and the first thing they did is they looked at you, Zach, and they smirked at you.
Nice.
You're being
So-
fucked with.
That was the indication of what was about to happen.
Oh yeah, no, I knew something was gonna go down, but I wanted to see where it went.
Mhm. Oh, absolutely. It's always great when you just fucking let shit like that happen because,
like,
yeah. Ally who is wanting to, help you with this, that, and the other thing, one of your fucking clown compatriots just walked up and fucking insulted them to their face. So, great job in not stopping that one. There's literally no way of you knowing what Yevis was going to do besides the fact that Yevis is a bit of a shitter. So,
A little bit.
I should have
Yeah.
done something else to maybe have made him teleport away or something, but I don't know.
yeah, Yevis, Yevis is around currently, So, yeah, the conversion of soldiers into warlocks, that's gonna be a fun thing.
Let's
Uh,
fucking go.
You're gonna
like-
fucking Warlock division. That's
It's
not a good
alright, guys. You think, oh, being a nerd means you're weak. Not if you're fucking clever about it and love violence. Point fucking example, Zach.
Yeah, honestly, like the clown army of orcs, it's just such a beautiful concept, especially when they all have fucking Eldritch Blast. It's a good time.
Fuck archery. I mean, if you want, sure, but Eldritch Blast though.
I mean, yeah, it's the scouts definitely need archery, but
Yeah.
the fucking Eldritch Blast division is gonna be a good time.
Artillery stonks, go.
Anyway,
Yeah.
what were you about to say, Twist?
I was, I thought that I did a pretty good show with the
Oh,
with
totally.
the mock combat. I didn't want to whip out too much I didn't want to whip out any smite dice or thunder smite or something because to be an example, it's I don't want to just aside from healing, just whip out an ability that's just totally unfeasible for them to have, So, it'd be less so of a show of martial power than just look at these dice I can throw at this person and obliterate them.
Honestly, I expected you to roll a crit and then just toss in some smite dice and just lob one of them into the distance.
I did the lay on hands to basically show an air of preservation. Basically, be like, this is gonna be a long fight for you if you think you can take this.
Oh man, I can't believe I rolled 2 fucking crits with that bugbear. I mean, the damage I rolled was pretty garbage, but there's a lot of low rolls in that fight. But I was trying to ham it up a little bit, and by the way, just as a symbol of how bad they were at fighting, they literally just both needed to take a step forward, and then they would both be flanking you. That's why when the bugbear stepped in, he immediately went into flanking position. So it purposeful choice there
Amateurs.
for storytelling. You're bad.
I was half expecting him to just stay out of. You know how they have extended reach. I was expecting them to stay out of reach, so I have to approach them to smack them.
Nah.
But
Anyway.
Yep.
So to start the debriefing wrap up, hey Eric, how did you feel about the session? Questions, comments, concerns?
Well, other than apologizing for how I was acting about not using the zone of truth, but still don't think that was a good idea.
You were 100% okay, I'm not gonna lie. Depending on what you would have done in that situation. So zone of truth, not a great idea. But the mind reading thing, depending on which way that went, I mean, technically you did get some important information, but at the same time,
I took a lot of damage.
you could have gotten other information as well, depending on who you chose. And it very much, it is something that, your decision that you made has made an impact, and it will affect the future of said game. But I'm glad that you decided to take the risk and do it, because it added that additional piece of spice. So,
like I said, I wanted to be a bit more interesting in this watching, because either way, this was a bad thing, and I didn't know what to do. I knew either way, I would probably be taking psychic damage from doing the mind read, because I'm pretty sure the clown also had a safeguard against it.
not really.
No?
No. Yeah, this is just like a little bit crazy, but yeah, at that time, no, Yevis didn't have anything.
Oh.
Dang it.
Yep.
Dang it. Yeah, so I just took 20 damage for nothing.
Yeah, I mean, but it's not like that 20 damage is fucking gonna like cause you to die later. You're gonna, at the end of the day, take a long rest and it's gonna be gone. So a lot of me like slapping you around and using your spell slots right now. You're in town, specifically in what is equivocally a home base. So it's not like I can drop a monster on you and cause a difference. Like, you guys are, at the end of the day, gonna get a meal in your stomach, climb into bed, and go to sleep. You have a guard watch. So,
just one extra question.
Mhm.
What would have happened if I actually had failed the saving throw? Would I have actually died there?
Oh, you did fail the saving throw.
Oh, never mind then. It must have been like a very high number then.
I mean, you fucking saw how much magic that dude was decked out with.
Yeah.
Like, they fucking... I legitimately, Hunter said that it's high magic, and that fucking...
Yeah, I should have thought about that.
Or Zir, it's specifically a magic metropolitan full of libraries and archive. So it very much like, they are well connected. Surprise, surprise. So there are minor details that I had added in that insinuated, leaning one way or the other, but not to give away too much information, but as that the scene that was both a roleplay scene and a subtly important scene at the same time, of like, okay, Yevis is about to fucking pull a shitty and do something really bad for the party, and what are you going to do to fix the situation? The answer was apparently nothing, and
I didn't think I could actually just step in and make him stop, because he's a clown. He's not gonna stop. So I just tried to think.
So the other thing is Zach is a clown,
better, and I didn't figure out anything. So, other than the fact that the person that I tried to mind read definitely didn't appreciate it, and definitely had a safeguard against it. Which, I mean, that's kind of news, but I should have figured that out via the jewelry they were wearing. So yeah.
So. But anyway, how did you feel about session besides that? Questions, comments, concerns?
It was alright. I didn't really do much other than just write books, because I was trying to make, gold. I didn't have any, so...
Oh, yeah. By the way,
I don't think those books are gonna sell now.
Oh, they're not, like, the intention is not to sell them.
Well, I was mainly
with
talking about the issue with the chieftain. So,
yeah. Well, what is it? By the way, I made reference to it, and I don't think any one of you picked up on it. The town has coffers, which, like, that is the town treasury bank. You have access to that. You are the fucking chieftain, and the friends of the chieftain.
I'm not sure anyone picked up they could just take some if they wanted. I'm aware, but I don't really wanna because I have enough money on me.
If I knew
the others, though.
If I knew it would be going into weapons research.
I mean, one thing that I will mention is if you spend all of the money, that will definitely be a problem in the future because, you know, that money is... It's legitimately like the town's tax money that is usually used to, you know, repair the roads, pay the guard wages. If, you know, something needs to be purchased, like food needs to be imported, that's something that certainly you take from the town coffers. If you take all of that money and put it into weapons research, then people are probably going to starve.
Well, not all of it.
Yeah, it like, you know, yeah, it's there. You can definitely ask the shaman how much is in the coffers. And if you want to take some of it for personal use, you certainly may. One thing I will also mention, the town itself, like, you guys are friends with the chieftain. Like, you are essentially guests of nobility in a way. So, like, you can legitimately... just to, like, throw this out as, you know, hey, by the way, here's another thing you can do in D&D. You can legitimately just walk into the tavern and just say, hey, can I get some free drinks because I'm friends with the chieftain? And I might make you, like, do a persuasion check for it, but usually, yeah, absolutely. You don't need to fucking pay for shit. Like, the boss is literally Zach. If Zach shows up and says, give Nicholas this, then usually they're just gonna hand it the fuck over. It like, the magic item shop, maybe not, because a lot of that shit's expensive, but, like, a lot of the stuff in the town, like, Zach can literally just be like, give this to XYZ, and they'll hand it to you. So, money isn't super important right now.
Are at war.
Could I ask for that cannon?
We could, totally, but, like, what are you gonna do with it?
Because, well, my original plan was to get my hands on a cannon and take it apart. To figure out the inner workings of it.
Okay, but, like, you know we're gonna have to spend time researching that.
I mean, and I already made some blueprints too.
Yeah,
fair enough.
There's some knowledge. I think I got like a 23 or 22. Like, it was actually solid. Solid attempt.
Good start.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was a good start. So,
decent. You have the blueprint for a cannon, but the modifications necessary, as well as how to make fucking gunpowder. Yeah, gunpowder's the hard one.
Again,
like,
well, what's like our military supply? We'll give you like 5%, but even that's like stretching it.
Again, we would be sourcing the black powder.
You know what? Unironically, if you want to plan stuff out, we could literally get together outside of session and plan, like, what do you actually want, though? For, like, stuff that could be handled in a, a more efficient manner versus just guessing at the moment.
I want an army of orcs with these things.
That's not gonna happen.
That's not gonna happen. It's gonna be
the time it's gonna take to get everything, maybe in the maybe for the future, but like now,
production.
Right now, we're better off getting them to drink the wicked elixir and align themselves with the Honk Mother.
You know,
Okay.
these sound like grand plans, but like we have like 1,000 fucking angry orcs on the way or something.
Yeah.
So we should focus on the immediate. What can we do right now?
What can we
And
do
keep in
quickly that would
mind,
be
even if
useful?
I did manage to make the hand cannon, it's not going to be mass marketable. Like, it will be literally the first of its kind.
And manufacturing's gonna take a while.
Yeah, it's going to be expensive
Honestly,
too.
My opinion is the first thing we should do is get those scouts like trained, get
Scout.
knowledge.
Mhm.
Scouts and all the generic training we need to do in the background of unironically, oh my god, our fighters are trash.
Yeah.
So,
Good
okay,
lord.
the one thing that I'll toss out there, like, the scouts are as important as you think. Like, absolutely, that is 100% Sandra's forte. Like,
That's why I'm eager to
train.
get at them.
Hop to it.
Intelligence wins wars.
Yeah, it absolutely, like, so you know, the orc tribe, as I said before, for like a village of peasants, they are big, strong, buff orcs with big weapons. Like, you know, if they're charging down a peasant, it doesn't matter if that peasant is wearing armor. They're going to get their fucking skull bludgeoned. But, you know, against a formidable, like, shield wall or trained knights or, you know, a group of heroes who can fucking fling fireballs, weird how somehow they are not as effective. And when in one-on-one combat, especially versus, you know, a dwarf, it's kind of obvious how beating someone with a big stick isn't as good as trained swordplay. So once you get them, you know, skilled and trained swordplay, it is, well, whichever weapon and formation you would like them to be in, I guess. But once you have them there, you know, they are much more proficient since, like, you know, the basic war training for peasants back in ye olden days, like, you hand them a spear, you put them in a gambeson, and you teach them how to thrust and walk in formation. And, you know, you hope that they don't get fucking murdered too quickly. So,
Yeah.
the, like, you know, trained armored knights were usually referred to as, like, veteran soldiers because they were, first of all, they proved themselves, as well as they're really fucking hard to kill because they're in armor. So once you get that training in, then it you know, marginal increase in survivability. So
Training helps a lot.
yeah,
Spears.
you know, Orvid, easy enough. Orvid went through paladin training. You have been trained. Sandra, you know, your forte
Experience.
is surviving in the wilderness and, you know,
Yeah,
hunting,
not
keeping
only
yourself hidden,
that-
etc.
Not only that, we are in my two favored terrains right now.
Nice.
Plains and forests. We are surrounded by that shit.
Mostly plains and deadlands, but
Deadlands is a type of plains.
true.
Forests are to the south, and I assume we're going to be going after Medcan at some point.
So it very much, like, you know,
I'm
you'll
just saying
have
we
to-
may require blood sacrifices.
I mean, that's subjective.
Yeah.
By which I mean,
Um,
one guy has to be clowned on really hard.
you
That's
know,
all I ask.
Funnily enough, you know, Orvid's just been out of the room for every sacrilegious conversation because you would have problems with you training an entire militia of, like, warlocks. You know, talking about raising the undead and like I just happen to not be there when any of that is brought up.
Listen,
So
fortune,
bird.
Other stuff.
look, fate works in mysterious ways.
I'm just
It's a
never-
sign.
I'm never in the room when you're talking about all of the no sacrilegious crap. He didn't know you long enough to know your eye color changed. You know,
Zach has committed several gamer moments. Okay.
he's done a lot of things that Orvin would view as sacrilegious.
I
They are
mean, it
very,
could be worse. It could be
very powerful.
Ulfric. Is that his name? Hold on.
Doffric.
Dothric?
Doffric is.
Doffric, yeah.
Is
I
he
mean,
still asleep, by the way?
oh yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Never woke up.
Sure, it's decided that he's still asleep, I guess.
He, you know, after
You
the
slept
night
through
of-
that whole incident.
Kensuke actually got drunk for once, okay? This is the first hangover he's dealing with.
You know, it's like some college like frat guy sleeping 16 hours after a bender.
Yeah. Anyway, back to original. So, Eric, any further like questions, comments, or concerns that you want to bring up about the session?
Not really, no. Otherwise, it was fine.
All right, cool.
See ya.
All right, have a good one.
And they are gone.
All right, and B, I know you usually have to ship out as well. So
I'm
how'd you
probably
feel
gonna
about
hang
the
around, just shit post in the war room / actually try planning some stuff.
Fair enough. Questions, comments, concerns? This mission was a lot of you and your interactions because you're the chieftain and kind of the pivot point.
Things have occurred, and now Zach is in power, which is a thing.
Yup.
I enjoyed it.
Mhm.
I was unprepared for where things went near the end, but to be fair, that Zach just kind of goes with the flow when it comes to clownery. Partly out of fear, respect, and also curiosity as to what's going to happen with it.
Mhm. I need to emphasize that first of all, clowns in general, like you're not sure what shade of chaos they're gonna be, but just because Yevis is helping you out one day doesn't mean that Yevis is like 100% aligned with you. Yevis is a rogue element that you asked them for a favor and they absolutely, they're like, okay, Honk Mother would like this. Yeah, sure, I can do that for you.
Fair enough.
But when important diplomats are walking around, you better believe the chaos element is coming into play. By the way, that entire thing, though a lot of the things that I do are pretty spur of the moment. That entire, like, all of that was planned, of the chieftain showing up and Yevis showing up to interact with them. I actually anticipated all of that occurring in front of, like, in the town square in front of the building, but you ended up actually, walking into the war room and chatting with them a bit. And by the way, you do have a book of transcription. When you write in the book, it will send the message to their scribes and be able to relay that information. Whether or not you're going to get anything at this point after that happening, that one's up in the air. But
they seemed pissed but willing to cooperate as long as that didn't happen again.
yeah, it very much was a situation of, since I can't really do combat encounters, I need to do social encounters now. That was a social encounter of, Yevis is gonna fuck this up for you, what are you going to do? And apparently the answer was nothing / reading the chieftain's mind, which didn't go well. But very much it's I think it was fun. At least it was fun for me to just like watch you squirm and panic. But yeah, it hopefully I'm hoping that between sessions which I'm probably gonna have to take a little bit of extra time. I'm not sure if we're actually gonna have session next week because I need to make sure that I have everything prepared. I am planning on actually making a better area map between that just focuses on the orc territories.
War map, war map, war
Yeah,
map.
a war map. We're gonna have a war map, and I'm gonna start putting down specific tokens for.
Help you with that?
I mean, yeah, if you want to.
I
Yeah.
absolutely do. I'm the map guy.
Yeah, go for it. I just like the essentially past the river slash like shoreline.
The
I don't
whole
really
orc
need
area.
anything past that, but like the forest beneath Medcon, as well as the forest around Urkror, as well as the ruins, caves, and other buildings.
Do you need the
The-
northern territories as well?
So like the Winter City and all of that, no. But Cassel, Ozier, and whatever that weird tower is, all of that, yes, I will need, because I don't know if you guys are going to like.
Oh, that tower?
Yeah.
It's just a tower.
Okay.
Don't think too hard about it.
Cool. But yeah, so you guys have a variety of options. You can stay in Budvados and essentially wait for them to march at you. You can attempt to take Chaldrill prior to them being able to take Chaldrill, which, since technically right now you are. So there are technically technically only two sides to this war. There's Ukror, which they had the biggest standing military, and then the rest of the orcs, which like Ukror's army is larger than all of the other armies of all of the other places. So it very much is a, hey, Budverdos, you have the second largest army. Fucking save our asses. So if you want to march into Chaldrill and be like, hey, we need to encamp here, then they'll be like, oh yeah, sure, you're gonna, use this as a point to protect the rest of the Orc Nation. You totally can. So the rest of the Orc Nation is currently friendly with you. Medcon, on the other hand, soon probably not going to be, because as you heard the report, Urkror is kind of at Medcon right now, so
We need them scouts.
yeah.
I'll tell you what
Yeah.
we need. We need Medcon.
Nothing like a bout of blindfolded chess.
Medcon is specifically the industrial center of the Orc lands.
Is it now?
Did you read the map?
No.
This is
The map that
I'm
they don't
knowledge.
going
have
off
access
Zach's
to?
knowledge.
This is knowledge readily available to every player.
I'm going off Zach's knowledge.
I mean, very true. You actually wouldn't. Zach probably wouldn't give a shit about a lot of the stuff with the Orc lands until now.
Yeah, Zach
So-
doesn't care about politics until it actually involves them.
Yeah. Sandra wouldn't know much about the fucking dwarves and kobolds that she hasn't met. So,
Basically, assistance is welcome, and Zach is taking any. Oh,
Oh, you gotta get Sandra in the room when you start planning
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, no, when we get down to Granite Keep, I would like to know everything I should know logically, given I grew up there.
literally dwarf.
So, if it's on that map, then great, but if it's not on that map, I guess DM me before we get to that section of the campaign.
yeah, I'm gonna definitely, like, I myself am going to, whatever is already pre-established, I'm probably going to expand on it a lot. And one thing that I will mention, if we are ever in an area that your character would be familiar with, then you can just ask, like, hey, can we go to, like, XYZ place that I would know about? And I'll more often than not go, yeah, as long as, you know, if say we are in Granite Keep and it's just like, hey, can we go to like the super magic emporium that sells all of the wands ever in existence? Like, fuck you, no, that doesn't exist. Like,
But can we go to Dothric's favorite bar?
oh, absolutely.
The bar that we're going to absolutely thrash because I made a paladin promise. That was
Is
a
Dothric banned from there?
I mean,
Banned from where? His favorite tavern in Granite Keep, or banned from the
Or banned
You-
from
Yeah,
the
the
Granite
favorite
Keep.
tavern.
you think they could keep him out?
Oh, absolutely
True.
not. Like, I'll say probably yes, he's banned, but no one is willing to try and enforce it. But I will say right now, he is not yet banned from the Crangled Crump.
Okay.
It probably takes a couple.
No one wants to tell him.
aggravated
No one wants to tell him.
Yeah, no. The fun bit about that is he made a paladin promise to him to not start a bar fight, but if somebody provoked it, he could join in. So we gotta go. When we go to Granite Keep, we have to provoke a bar fight, or I become an oathbreaker.
Noted.
When we go to Shurthor, we're all going hunting.
Ironic, though. Is like downtime we're planning okay?
What do you mean?
I don't know, like making plans out of game to enact in game.
Oh yeah, no,
But
absolutely.
like
As long as we're clear about it in the recap,
Yeah.
it should be fine.
yeah, like some time has passed. We got some
Like right now, I'm
shit.
telling you about phalanx formations.
Mm-hmm. You know.
So, like, if you legitimately, like, when the day ends, if everyone wanted to, like, if everyone agreed upon, like, you know, Nicholas is transcribing books, Zach is prepping the ritual, Sandra and Orvid are training the units, I would just, like, have you make a bunch of rolls, and then we would fast forward.
Zach is
And-
sacrificing a chicken's innocence by revealing that Santa is not real.
How dare you?
And
This
that's
innocence of a fucking untouched being.
You're looking over your
Hey,
shoulder.
why
to
the
see that
DM
Orvid
murder
is
your
there.
character suddenly?
Yeah, no. You know, just making sure Orvid is out of earshot for the next round of sacrilege.
There is no
You will
Santa
never
in
be
this
able to
world.
retire off your job. No.
You know there's no Santa in this world either.
Says
right?
fucking you.
Fool. You know, not of the. I had a Santa equivalent that only just started existing 5 minutes ago.
I mean, there could be a Santa equivalent, but there can't be a Santa.
There you go.
No,
Says fucking you.
no, there's no Christianity.
Santa's not Christian.
Distinctly non-Christian. It's
Can we
So
speed this
anyway,
up?
yada yada yada.
Who's next on the list to question?
Twisty, how did you feel about tonight's session? Questioning comments,
I
experience.
thought it was fun and nice. The Nat 1 was a little spicy on the persuasion, which, you know, I'm sure really boosted morale considering I don't know Orcish.
Mhm.
But, you know, one can read the room.
Yeah, I felt really bad about that. Like, I was thinking about giving you advantage, but the fact that there is that, like, translation issue, there were a lot of orcs that were speaking common, and it's not super common to speak
Just
common, more or less. So
so for half of them, they're just like there's just this dwarf yelling words at us.
yep, trying to be inspiring, and it's just, the message lost. I apologize, but
Action at the end is just like action stronger than words. Universally, we're gonna do some drills.
Mhm.
Get work on those weapons that make my dwarven eyes cry.
Yep. That's definitely something you're gonna be working on fixing is those weapons. Like Booze Bordeaux, like it kind of has a town guard, but at the same time, like, it's orcs. Usually they take care of their own problems, but the standing military, there's not a heck ton of wars that happen.
Yeah.
Like there definitely are fights. There have been bouts, skirmishes, etc. The chieftains usually have personal guards, which sorry, previous group of guards for that chieftain kind of got murdered as you watched. So
I find it funny how previously Zach was like, just fucking kill them all, and now it's like, you know what? Maybe I want to turn these guys into clowns.
yeah, so
I mean, we have those two fellows that we got in the.
Yeah, we're gonna have to call upon them.
but by the way, Torin and Rajal, they did show up again. They were
Nice.
the guards walking around with you.
Yeah.
So
I
like,
love 'em.
they like until you say otherwise, they are your retainer. So
A little bit of a personal touch.
yeah, it like as you level up and hang out with them, they will, start. You can either, continue having them be barbarians. You can give them levels of warlock. You can retrain them completely. I am planning on having, once once we like get back into like dungeon delving and stuff,
Yeah.
because Zach has the two retainers. Orvid has essentially two retainers, and Sandra and Nicholas probably gonna get some friends as well.
I would prefer not.
I mean, if you want to be lonely, sure.
I mean, you still have your summons as well, but
That was only less than
the
an hour.
regardless, I'm actually gonna be eventually passing off of the NPCs to you, so that I don't have as much to run. So I can focus on more stuff with the combat encounter as opposed to running, 4 additional characters for the party, maybe more if you pick up more people. So
Let's fucking go retraining them into padlocks or whatever. Fucking meme.
well, but yeah, I will mention that Torn and Rajal currently are level 3 barbarians, if I do recall. So you can take them from there where you'd like, but it is you're gonna get an army. You're gonna have to deal with this situation of overwhelming odds, and is there an obvious solution? I don't know. I haven't, throw some spaghetti at the wall, see what sticks. So
Whoa.
yeah, it depending on what you do, how well you roll, etc. Like, baseline, you are spending time with, the people, the troops, etc. And, Zach is in fact seen as the leader. So that has been solidified. You've taken the proper steps and shown them a good time. And Orvid is spending time training the troops, like, regardless of, skill rolls and whatnot. Like, if you just didn't interact with them at all, then you would have had a band of ragamuffins that would have immediately just charged the enemy lines and died immediately. But, like, regardless of getting that natural one, you are spending time training them.
Yeah,
They're gonna know basic shit.
The
Yeah.
I'm effectively going to pick up Orcish, like, by exposure.
Yeah, absolutely. You're gonna live in the territory long enough. But yeah. Other than that, was there anything else you wanted to mention on the session?
I don't have any particular comments aside from that. I thought it went well for the start into this arc.
Mm-hmm. And Hunter, how did you feel about session? Questions, comments, concerns?
Bored.
I am sorry you feel that way.
Didn't have much to do, but to be fair, I really only had one thing to do this week.
True. I was trying to, like, find ways to get all of the party members involved, which is kind of why I started with Nicholas. And I wanted to get you on over to the scouts earlier, but that didn't end up happening. The other chieftain showing up was actually supposed to happen earlier in the game. And then you would have had more time to, like, pick up the pieces afterwards, but things didn't pan out that way. Usually plans do not survive contact, but it certainly there's going to be more, and I am attempting to get a fair share plan for every character, but this is a very, like, okay, here is the situation, what is everyone wanting to do, more or less. Like, if Nicholas wants to spend all of his time transcribing books, that's not really, like, cool. How am I gonna, give you enough screen time this session to have it be worth your while?
I don't know. Like, the book thing is, like, sure, it's nice. Like, you might be able to string a line of, logic that how it somehow, like, you'd have to stretch it to somehow help the effort, but it just kind of looks like just kind of a project to pass time.
Yeah.
I think, like, the point you're bringing up is just like, hey, we have royal coffers, so if you really need money, you can just ask and have some money. You don't need to necessarily work.
We're not exactly broke. There is resources available if you ask for them.
I absolutely attempted to convey the fact that, like, transcribing books and just, like, working for money is a weird request. With the way that I was phrasing everything regarding the chieftain, and, like, I it would be great if Erica was still here to talk about this, but there were a couple of things with that chieftain scene where, something was bothering him, and, he
Eric kind of plays a bit passively, where it's like, oh, okay, I'll just let someone else do it.
Can you believe that Eric, like, works for money?
Yeah, I know, right? The fuck? Who does that anymore? We fucking stab goblins and blow up airships and get tons of gold for it, so...
I mean,
it's blow up airships anymore.
You don't blow up airships yet.
It's probably what they did, like, before they got roped in.
Yeah, like, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
They only just started adventuring, hence the Adventure Guild. Ish.
It like the facts of the matter was I was trying to like convey, hey, if you want money, just like ask for money as opposed to like get a 9 to 5 and if you want to go work at the tavern or become a baker's assistant or something, but nah, just transcribing books. And I like yeah, that definitely matches the character, and that is something that they can do for gold, but the amount of time it's going to take to make an equivocal amount of gold pieces that they could literally have just asked for, like,
Yeah.
I do
it
think
just
for some degree, Eric, just it's difficult. It's just Eric might need to be explained to them, explain to them about
Yeah.
that. Just later, just reach out to Eric and hey,
Yeah.
for stuff.
shoot
'Cause
them a
sometimes,
DM, I guess.
yeah, sometimes it's just not clear.
Definitely, I'm gonna bring that up. Especially, it's another thing of like, hey, he said like I don't want to talk about this. You can fucking pry that shit, and absolutely. Actually, I don't think we ever talked about it. Like, it was a lightly brought up, but like you wanted to talk deeper on like what those visions were, and it kind of got skimmed over, surprisingly.
That was like, fuck it, fine. We'll talk about this other thing first, because I guess we're not really have much information on that. And then we just kept on going back to it and going forward and going back.
Yeah, and so the chieftain thing earlier on, like, that was Nicholas's in to ask the chieftain, hey, what's going on here? Because that was like the 3rd to 5th time I've referenced the chieftain being perturbed by something, and he has his own side of the story that he can share, which he kind of divulged a little
The
into.
shaman.
The shaman. He divulged into it a little bit with Zach, but it very much, they have their own side of the story. The NPCs have things occur in their life, and I was kind of, I did enjoy the NPCs taking a bit more of a like reactive role as opposed to throwing quips here and there, as well as like being able to show a different side of Yevis, to be like, hey, by the way, they're still a person. Like, Yevis can get tired, and they aren't always super high energy craziness. Like, they're still a person. At the end of the day, like, Zach has to reapply makeup and get some food and etc etc. Like, yeah, this is still a person. They can't just like never eat again and be an infinite ball of energy. No, they need to take a short rest every now and then. Like, it very much was a like humanizing moment for this crazy character that is a recurring background character that they were in session 1 of the campaign and are going to be likely reappearing until either like the end of the campaign, they die, or you guys kill them. So
That third one is becoming.
By
more
the
and
end,
more
Yevis will be
likely.
considered the most oppressed character in the entire canon, and truly a tearjerker, even if killed by us.
yeah.
It's the greatest.
Yevis is that fun chaos element that I honestly don't know what direction Yevis is going to go, because originally their plan was to show up during Zach's major story beats and be a complicating factor where I mean, not always a complicating factor, like the Yevis showed up and talked to Zach after the Steadfast incident, and was
The
like,
incident.
yeah, and was like, complimenting Zach about it and yada yada. Like, Yevis was just there to chat with Zach, and with Zach's major story beats, that is the, you know, kind of a minor servitor of the Honk Mother. Like, the Honk Mother works in mysterious ways, and Yevis is a my way of like not throwing a actual personality on the Honk Mother and like getting any scene perception as wrong. So, because I know the Honk Mother is from another piece of media, and
Various.
and there's various bits of lore that you've added with the Honk Mother, and so I'm just kind of to keep things true and accurate. I'm just using Yevis instead, and Yevis is just fun. They're wacky clown times, and you're going to eventually be able to do the things that Yevis can. And, I mean, as long as you don't fuck over the Honk Mother, do other shenanigans. If you keep being a dedicated clown, then you will eventually follow Yevis's path and probably surpass Yevis, because they it's not like they're going to become a god, and depending on how far this campaign goes, if you hit level 20, you basically become demigods. So yeah.
Soon.
The Yevis is just fun. I enjoy a lot of the recurring NPCs that I've tossed in.
Yeah.
Look forward to see who sticks and who's gonna be enjoyed by the party next.
Which very richly written characters get ignored for Gobbo.
Times New Roman.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Fucking, the shaman and the barkeep.
Rip
and-
Eclipse, by the way. I mean, he's probably doing his own thing, but Rip.
Oh, fucking! Don't.
I think the
don't
name was
worry about it.
Eclipse.
Yes, I'm assuming you're talking about the guy you stabbed.
Yeah, the guy I stabbed who turned into a demon.
Yeah,
was a
He
demon.
turned into a fucking demon.
So
I hope they're doing all right.
So Eclipse.
Thoughts and prayers.
So Eclipse definitely, yes. It was one of those like situations that, I had a page of related material as well as like all of the steadfast information. So like kind of 2 pages worth of stuff. And when things were going sideways, and I'm like, all right, what thing can I do? That was the time where I'm just like, all right, fuck it. I'm going to go nuclear on this and, open a hell rift. So I just, had everything skirt to the side and just, had you stab Eclipse in the chest and open a hell rift in the middle of Steadfast. And, that certainly happened. And was that my intended path for Eclipse? No. But I think what Eclipse did was, that's what Eclipse wanted. They wanted someone to fucking stab them with the ritual blade and open a hell rift and make a pact. And so you are a dual pact warlock, and there's gonna be more shenanigans going on, and part of the reason that Yevis is fucking with you was because of that. You have been taking steps towards the other patron, and the honk mother is obviously upset. So, you're taking steps to, rectify that, convert more people to the honk mother, etc. And, just to keep up status quo, they're gonna keep fucking with you. So,
No.
oh,
Fair enough.
mm,
Just Zach's brain making people's dreams come true, and that guy's dream was fucking demolishing. Nah,
We have
there's
to
no justifying that.
We have to kill Yevis.
I mean, you can try. Zach's not gonna. Yevis is a friend.
No, you have to kill Yevis.
I mean, you can try. Zach's not gonna.
Orvid has seen them do nothing wrong.
I see no heresy. I do not see it.
Do not see it.
Can we speed this up, please?
I'm good.
yeah, I don't really think there is much else to say, so...
Am I getting scouts next week?
Oh, yeah, totally.
Awesome. Okay.
It was supposed to happen this session. I apologize.
Zach is gonna utter a prayer so hard towards the cult babies.
You
So-
know, a lot of this can be settled, like, out of game in text.
Yeah, absolutely. With
I think
the
Hunter
war
wants to do the
room-
scouts in recording, but everything
I
else
mean,
totally.
Essentially what I'm planning is we're going to do kind of fast-tracked downtime of we're going to hit the major beats. So,
Yeah.
the important stuff with the training. I'm not going to make you, roll for every day and yada yada, meeting the individuals and the major bits of training and this, that, the other thing. And so, I'm not gonna say you train the scouts and then decide to send them away and potentially, role playing that, okay, bye, we'll see you when you come back, and then
Yeah, fuck
You know.
that, I'm going with them.
then oh, all right, yeah, that's gonna be an interesting choice.
Later, wait, why wasn't I involved in this RP?
So, once they return, role playing the return, the information, yada yada, and yeah, it is certainly gonna be a time.
Suppose that's on the field training. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess,
Yeah,
yeah.
field training. I'm going out there for field train them.
Yeah, just hope you don't fuck it up and get captured, because
It's
that's
just like field training. Oh god, it's their army.
Then the rest of the party has to mount a rescue.
Oh no!
Stares in. Is that really worth
You
it?
don't face them head on. You resort to guerrilla-style ambush tactics.
Yeah.
All right, everybody.
If you get captured while training those scouts.
Let's open a hell rift in fucking Urkor. Fuck it, I give up.
Let's do a more hell rifts.
More hell rifts.
Okay, at that
Hey,
point,
Why does the-
Sky Lords, do I have a location for you?
Son, just Zach. Why does the honk mother hate me?
God, yeah, I think Orvid would see that one. I don't think there'd be a way he couldn't.
No hell rift, only the dark carnival rift. To the physical manifestation of Hungary.
But yeah, definitely everyone post in the get a transcript to me prior to next session, so that I can get everything planned and set out to essentially keep a balanced session as well as hit all of the important story points.
Introductory with the scouts is just gonna be that one fucking scene from Attack on Titan Abridged.
You mean the entire episode?
No, it's the one where he's yelling at the new recruits. He's like, "You sound like a majestic fucking eagle."
Just fucking kicking him in the nuts.
Harmonize with me, maggot.
Anyway, so I'm glad that you enjoyed the portions of the session that you did. Let's try to continue keeping things interesting for next time. But if there wasn't anything else, I do need to get to bed. It is past midnight, and I gotta work in
Yep, I gotta do stuff.
6
So,
hours.
I also
so-
have things that I want to do this
Whoa.
evening.
See you guys around.
bye bye.
Bye.
See y'all next
Boy.
week.
Yee. I look forward to it.